Hello, superhero Kyvians! How are you doing? So, another release for Kyvio, finally. As you might have noticed, this release took 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks. Our previous release, where we made a big change to make packages modular, resulted in a lot of unforeseen issues, so that delayed quite a bit of stuff, and I made the decision to make sure we had all of that done and fixed for our users, because some of those issues for some of the users were really annoying. So my apologies for that. But we have good news. It is all good now, and we have some other really great features and updates. So let's go over it because it's quite a list, and I want to try and make these videos a little bit shorter for you guys so it's easier to quickly check out what is new in Kyvio. Right, so let's get started. The two first features is, the first one is I think you guys are gonna really love this because it's been requested quite a bit, and it is in the smart memberships. You can now add custom CSS and JavaScript on your membership pages. That means, for example, you can change the 3-column layout. So let's have a quick look. I already did it for you over here. As you can see, a big column here with Neil's pretty face, and over here the left menu. So what to do? There's now a header here, and well, actually I was already there, but now you can see here custom JavaScript or CSS, and this little code here is what results in this, what you saw here with 2 columns only result. That does mean when you do this, that the ability to create notes for a lesson for a user is gone right now. You can get much more complex and create a JavaScript code or and more CSS styling to move that somewhere else. It's definitely possible, but in this quick code fix, the ability to take notes is just basically being made invisible. The same thing for a footer. You can add custom JavaScript. Don't add custom styling here. It doesn't make too much sense. My strong recommendation: any custom CSS goes in the header, any custom JavaScript goes in the footer. That's best for loading speed and just optimization of the page. So that's that, guys. I hope you love that because it's a very often requested feature, and now there's a lot more freedom for you guys to kind of style and even add some functionality using JavaScript on your membership pages. Of course, this is just a small in-between step between the membership, how it is right now, and the whole rebuild we're doing for smart memberships. I've been doing a lot of research and mock-ups for that, and we're making some great progress there. So let's have a look at the next one. Also requested, you can now upload your own sitemap.xml for SEO purposes. So all you need to do is go here and then edit current site. And over here you see Google Sitemap XML. There's various services to create this XML file. I would say just Google it. There's softwares, there's online sites to create your sitemap XML. And once done, just upload it over here. Just browse your computer, upload the file, and it will be always available under your site.kyvio.com sitemap.xml, or if you have domain mapping, of course, your www.yourcustomdomain.com/sitemap.xml. It's always called sitemap.xml. It's not possible to rename that. You don't want to rename that either. So that's that. I hope you guys like that as well. Let's have a look, and then next features here are two of our first GDPR features. In the smart funnels now, it now has an option to add a checkbox to your forms in the smart funnels page builder. So you can add a consent checkbox for your GDPR, and let's have a quick look at that as well. Alright, let's just take a test funnel over here. Any test page, let's open the builder. Alright, so you go here to select new blocks, the form, There's some standard forms as before, but as you can see here in the input field, there's one new input field. That's the checkbox input field. Oh, yes, hello. There we go. My computer's a bit slow, so that's the checkbox field, and there you can, this is the label. And you can set some settings, of course, icons, visibility, only show for Europe and Canada, or always show, and then you can make it required as well. If you have only show for Europe and Canada, that means it's obligatory anyway. I'll actually have them fix that because that's not too clear over here. That's just a matter of developers and communication, so we'll have that fixed. Alright, so that's that. And the next one is the option to cancel your account and delete all data. So the right to be deleted. This cannot be reversed, so be very careful. There's absolutely no way we can reverse that once it's executed. So to do that, we go, let's not publish this. We go over here to account settings, and then all the way down over here there's a big red button that says cancel your account. So it will delete all your data from our servers and databases, and it will send an email to support to tell them to cancel any outstanding active subscriptions on Zaxa. Unfortunately, we can't automate that. It's just not an option in Zaxa. But we will do that, and we will honor that request as fast as possible, but definitely within 48 hours during working days. One thing we are also working on is adding more payment processors than Zaxa, which would allow to automate something like that instantly for you guys as well. Let's see what else. We've added Michael and Amir to the certified Kyvians page, so congrats on that, guys. If you ever need help with Kyvio, just go over here, this little button, the help button over there, and then certified Kyvians. And there you see all of our great certified Kyvians. They can help you really easily with anything you want to know about Kyvio and funnels in general, membership sites in general, and often more as well. Now another extra that we done, you could have already seen it just before in account settings, is over here. It shows your active packages, and you can also cancel a package. Again, this doesn't happen automatically. It sends a request out for you to our support to cancel that package. They will get the email, and within 48 hours on working days, they will cancel your subscription in Zaxa. And if you want to add a package, it's just as simple. There's a click button here, and it takes you to the pricing page, and then you can of course just add any of these packages over here. So if you already have done a trial, by the way, you cannot do a trial again. So if for example you have done it, you say for example you have the Kyvio basic, you've done the trial and you want to add another package, you can do the basic again, but you have to do the direct purchase. You cannot do the trial because that won't work. You can however do the trial for business though. Alright, that's that. And let's have a look at the improvements. We fixed the old UX menu, so if you go to Smart Mailer, you still have the old UX still, of course, and we've now updated the menu, the right top button, right button menu here, to be able to access everything as in the new UX as well. And we've started the process of updating Smart Mailer to the new UX as well, but this is going to be quite a long task, so that's not going to be finished next sprint, hopefully the sprint after that. Let me see, Smart Mailer API is improved by adding pagination for larger data requests and some extra security there to make sure the API doesn't get overloaded. And I think we fixed one error that generated 500 response that was reported by a developer using the API. So thanks for that. We fixed that as well. We added a plain text version for the confirm subscription email, so the double opt-in email. This helps improve. This helps a lot with deliverability, and we tested via mail tester, and the email score for the double opt-in email is 10 out of 10. So yeah, you can get any better than that. Smart funnels. When adding a new page to an existing funnel for a user with a lot of saved custom templates, it took forever to display those templates. This is only in this specific situation, by the way, but that's now improved and a lot faster as well. And quite a biggie as well. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we had quite a few issues. So we of course analyzed what happened the last 3 weeks. Why did we get all these issues? And one of the things was like, yeah, we have 3 different stages of testing. So local development, then we go to the QA servers, then we go to the development server, and then we go to staging server. And each time it moves a server, it gets tested. However, all those steps, we don't test against the full data. On the staging, we always test against real data, but never the complete full data like we have it on production. We never did that because it brings privacy issues. What we've done now is we've created a system that every new sprint takes all the real data from the production, from all users, and anonymizes that completely, so developers cannot identify a particular user. And then we put that on staging, and that way our testing on staging is a lot better, a lot more accurate than it was before, to prevent further issues that happened like last few weeks from happening, of course. So we're learning. Then some bug fixes. Like I mentioned, there were issues with missing packages because that make packages modular thing, where some people had custom stuff happening in the past that we didn't record properly. We fixed some situations where active users got their account disabled. Again, due specific situations that should have never happened, of course. We lost a lot of time just fixing them manually right away when they came in, of course, because we have to take care of our users, and we very, very much understand that something like happening like that is very annoying for you as a user. So we got on that as fast as we could, and then next to that, parallel, we also had to, of course, fix the reason because of that happening. That's now fixed, so everything should be good there. If not, if you still have any weirdness or issues, just contact support. We'll be right on top of that. For some users, coupons didn't stack up correctly. That's fixed as well. Creating segments within certain conditions in Smart Mailer didn't work properly. That's now fixed as well. Smart funnels, a small bug. Oh yeah, I remember this one. When you change the status of a page to published from within the page settings pop-up, it didn't actually publish the page. It does now, of course. This is a small UX bug kind of thing. And we had some issues with the Aweber API. They changed some stuff for the integration, which we fixed as well. So that's it for this update. We have a lot of other GDPR stuff pending, which is actually already ready to go. However, because we have quite a complex setup for our servers to make sure our website is fast and online as much as possible, this complicated quite a bit for identifying a user's location, which normally is a simple thing to do, but because of our setup that made it a little bit harder, we needed to make sure that in all situations that happens correctly, of course. So we have a few GDPR related tasks completely done, but just waiting for those DevOps stuff like the server settings to be 100% correct, so we always have the correct country for a visitor's location, so we can apply those different functions for GDPR. We don't want to bother American visitors, of course, with GDPR because they don't need to. We would only do that for Europeans, and Canada has a few specific rules for that as well. And it might extend to other countries more and more in the near future. So, like we're ready for that as well. So that's it for this update. Lots of more stuff to come. We were, of course, at the same time still working very hard on Kyvio Core. It's it's a little bit delayed because we had to put some developers that were working on there on all the issues that were happening last 2-3 weeks. But still, we've made good progress. We haven't stopped working on it. There were still other developers working on it, and we'll be going full force into Kyvio Core again now, actually. And Funnel Designer had some delay because we had a developer leave us there quite abruptly. But we already have a good developer for that, so she is just getting up to speed with all the code, and she's already started doing some improvements. And there's only 2 tasks left for Funnelizer, the Funnel Designer module that we are working on. This will be a separate product, but it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait for it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. This was Steven van der Paal, CTO for Kyvio. Talk to you later. Cheers.